Everyone. Today's our topic is, as I informed in earlier class. So, whatever asanas or yogas we know, which we should advise in third trimester, the pregnant lady will not be in a easy way to do all those asanas in without any supports, right? So today we will see by using some other instruments like maybe ball, rope, or blocks, something by using other techniques, how the pregnant woman should go through the yogasanas and what is the need of it and what are the benefits we will see in today's class. Why pregnancy yoga we should do? Obviously, has the pregnant lady will be very discomfort like with back pain or like overall fatigue or post cramps, everything. So to relieve the back pain and tension, nothing but cramps or the stiffness of the muscles, promotes better posture and flexibility, reduces stress and enhances relaxation. Reduces stress, how? Obviously, we know in pregnancy there will be a lot of hormonal imbalances. So by doing pranayama or meditation, these all will enhance the imbalanced hormones, and it will give the relaxation to a pregnant woman. So these all are the other techniques by using. So these all are the other techniques by using these all we can advise the yogas or asanas to a pregnant lady. Like what all are those? Ball chain, or it is also known as birth ball, because this birth ball is usually used in last trimesters nearer to labor to fix the baby's head in a pelvic region so that the normal delivery will be in a easy way. And next thing is yoga strap. Why yoga strap? Has in our yogas or asanas, we have stretching postures like child pose maybe, or like some stretches we have like extremity stretch maybe. Those all without any support or without anything to use to stretch, it will be harder for pregnant women, right? So by using straps, it will be easy for her to do. Ball stars are nothing but some support, like support system. In further, I'll show in second pic as we. These are the straps, and these are the nothing but the blasters, and this is the ball, and this is again blanket, as they mentioned, and these are the blocks. By using these all, we can make the pregnant woman easier to do her yoga asanas in a pregnancy. And purpose, provide additional support and ensure safety and comfort. As we are discussing, the pregnant woman will be very discomfort to move her body, especially in last trimester due to heavy baby bump, everything, right? So to make us comfortable, we are using all these other procedures or techniques to make the yogas or asanas in an easy way. But before going to a exercise or yogas or asanas, not only in pregnant ladies, but it may be in any condition, before going for physical exercises, we should do warm up exercise, because our body will be very stiff, right? Our all muscles maybe, extremities maybe, those all will be like in a stiffness way. So suddenly if you are stretching or if you're moving your body, you may get cramps. So before doing any physical activities, we should go for warm up exercises. So what we can do? Seated hip circles on ball chair or birth ball, gentle shoulder rolls or neck stretch with the yoga strap. Why we should do? Tips is focus on slow controlled movements, breathe deeply and maintain posture. Before going for any yogas or asanas directly, you should do a warm up exercises by using these technical procedures only. How they are saying, when you are using a ball birth or birth ball to for squatting or many or any other yoga asanas, initially what you should advise them to do: sit on a yoga ball or the birth ball and do the circling motions or shoulder movements, just to flexible, to make the relaxation of the muscles, so that other asanas or other postures will be easy going. So warm up exercise they should do. Safe poses for each trimester, as we saw like in our before classes, prenatal classes, yoga classes, we saw all this, right? In first trimester, usually we will advise cat cow stretch or cat cow pose, yeah, and child pose in first trimester, that is first 3 months. And next 3 months in fourth, fifth, and sixth month, that is second trimester, we will advise warrior second and seated forward bend. And in last trimester, like that is third trimester, we will advise butterfly pose and squats. According to our trimester, these all we will advise. In these all, so same yoga asanas, we all learned now that what are the normal postures of these, and even I showed some GIFs, right? So how to do that activities like postures, how to change, how to do, and how for how many seconds we should be. These all theoretically we learned. These same yogasanas in pregnancy, how a pregnant woman can do by using other supports. Other supports are nothing but by using other instruments, maybe ball, strap, or blocks, by using other, because as we are discussing, pregnant woman, like normal lady or normal adult, can move their body however they want, but the pregnant woman can't do that, right? So these all postures a pregnant woman with support, how she can do, we will see. Yoga poses using props. Same yoga poses, cat cow stretch or cat cow pose. How you can do by using ball chair, that is nothing but birth ball, for support during the stretch. Why we are using the ball? Because easily the pregnant woman, especially in third trimester, she can't stretch, right? As we are advising this in a first trimester, but some squats or stretching poses we are advising in third trimester also, right? So how she can do this by using balls? And even it's not that compulsorily she should add this balls or straps in third trimester only. Now cat cow pose, if we are advising her to do in first trimester, to avoid the any discomfort to her abdomen, or like as we discussed in child pose, someone asked question on that day, like they will say you should not make pressure on the abdomen, and we are doing the asana by bending child pose, we are bending it. How we can advise without any external instrument, obviously, as we are stretching the thighs, and also baby bump will not be present, so she can do, even she can do this by using other instruments like ball and everything, so to avoid pressure on her abdomen. And next is butterfly pose. Obviously in last trimester she can't even sit properly, so bending the thighs and moving the thighs will be very difficult for her, but by using such like ball and bolsters, she can do it in a comfortable way. Side stretch, as we are doing warrior 2 or warrior 1, stretching by plainly stretching her extremities, she can use blocks or straps. And supported child pose, as we are discussing, bolsters or blankets she can use for child pose. How she can use, what are the procedures? I added some pics to make you understand easily. So this is which pose? Can anyone say?
Cat and cow.
Cat and cow.
Yeah, cat and cow pose. Initially, has I added first pic? This is without any instrument. Without any instrument, normal adults we are doing here. We can bend and stretch easily, right? But this same cat cow pose, if in a pregnant woman, especially when she already have a baby bump, even if she won't have baby bump also, like due to fatigue, everything, or while stretching without any support like this, she may get any cramps, right? So instead of that, she can use this birth ball and she can move with support, so that it will be comfortable for her also, and it will be preventive aspect to avoid cramps also. And this is, which is this pose? Can anyone say?
Butterfly pose.
Butterfly pose, as I said, like normal people, they can sit straightly and they can do, but has, especially in third trimester when we are advising butterfly pose, she can't sit straight, right, due to severe back pain, and due to heaviness of her baby bump, she can't sit without support. So instead we can use the blasters behind her to support her back, or even we can use this birth ball attached to a wall or attached to a sofa to support her back. So with these supports, she can sit straight and she can do. Actually here they tilted bit, but instead of tilting, if they made her to sit straight, it will be like this. If they made her to sit straight, it will be very comfortable. And the result also will be good, because why we are doing butterfly pose here in third trimester? To open up the birth canal, or to make the uterus flexible for a normal delivery, to relax the uterine muscles for easy going of normal delivery, right? So instead of sitting tilted, if she sits straight like this, it will be good. So we are using these external instruments because sitting like this straight is not possible in third trimester. So we are using birth ball or blasters for her. This is, as already mentioned, it is child pose. In normal, we are like in first trimester, if we advise child pose, though by stretching thighs, she can do. But in third trimester or in the beginning of the 7th month, as baby bump is already present, even in first trimester, to avoid the pressure on her abdomen, we can use this ball or blasters to support her so that she will be comfortable to do poses. Actually, here we can see this woman is actually a third trimester woman and she have a baby bump. We can notice here, right? Without this ball also she can do by with widening the thighs. But if she have this birth ball support, she will be comfortable to pressure on it. And as I said, like what are the uses of birth ball, especially why we should use, because like all other yogasanas, we are doing to support the postures, that's it. But here birth ball, not even only for not for the support of the yogas or asanas, even for to sit in a relaxation position or to feel the movements of the baby bump. As I added a pic, you can see she is feeling a pain, movements of a fetus, and even she can relax the birth canal muscles by sitting like this. And as we saw in warm-up exercises, by sitting on the birth ball, initially warm-up exercises, how she can do. Like actually, I thought to add that picture, but I didn't. I was not able to add. This birth ball, what we have, that will be in different sizes. It will not be a same size. I think it will come and 3 to 4 sizes. According to your height, you should choose this birth ball. How according to height is actually that's what I was choose one pick which is having according to your height what is the measurement of ball you should choose. I got that pick, but I don't know, I forgot to add here how you should choose the centimeters, like size of the ball is. As she is sitting here, if you sit on a ball, your thighs or whole buttock should be covered on the ball, both the buttocks, with the thighs extended. Best example is when we sit on a chair. Now I am sitting on a chair. How my position will be? My both buttocks will be on chair and supporting my both thighs, half part of thighs, so that I am sitting comfortably, right? Same posture we should be present on a birth ball, except back support. On birth ball, you won't have back support, but on chair we have. But the lower part, exact on chair, how if you sit, how you will feel comfortable, like that you should feel. So again, like I'm repeating, you will get these birth balls in a different sizes. You should advise them to take according to their height. Actually, this will come under according to height. Or if in person they are going and buying, they can sit on a ball and they can feel comfortable and they can choose the balls. And initially, when they are starting the poses or exercises on a ball, they should sit like this, stretching the thighs, and they should do the warm-up exercises like rotating on a right side for 10 times, rotating left side for 10 times, and rotating their shoulders, same rotating their buttocks and hips up, like front and back. These all warm-up exercises initially they can do, and then they can start the yogas or asanas. Why we should do? One thing has we discussed, to relax the muscles which are which are stiff, so that it will be easier for the postures of other further when we go, like when we do the other postures, other asanas, it will be easier to move the muscles. One thing. Another thing, especially in last trimester, by using this birth ball warm-up exercises, it relax the pelvic muscles, and it will help the fetus head fix on the pelvic. Has been Kinjal ma'am, kindly mute your speaker, please. Kintu ma'am, are you able to hear me? So it will relax the as we were discussing this balls. This ball will relax the muscles and it will fix the fetus head to a it will fix the fetus head in a pelvic so that it will be easier for the normal delivery. And as I explained, same points are given here. Like features supports the pelvic alignments and encourages active sitting for core engagement. Benefits for pregnant women are reduces the lower back strain, improves balance and stability. And again, like that was only warm-up exercises what I showed, and the further yogasanas, it will be helpful. But here squats, as we saw in third trimester, we will advise them to have squats for same reason, to relax the pelvic floor and to fix the baby's head in a pelvic region so that it will be easier to for a normal delivery, and even the birth canal also will be relaxed. So how how she is sitting, you can take the support of this birth ball and you can do the squats, because for a pregnant woman with the heavy baby bump, if you did give any support and if you say her to do squats, obviously she can't do, right? So by using this birth ball, she can do easily one thing. Another thing, instead of birth ball, you can use here chair also, but the chair, again the chair should be a heavy one, because if we use a plastic chair, it will be lighter, right? It will not be any useful. So if you are using chair, it should be a heavier one, or you can use this birth ball if they have availability of the birth ball. Again, squatting tilts the why we should advise squats in the last trimester they are explaining. Squatting tilts the uterus and pelvic forward, placing the baby in the proper alignment for birth, and the birth ball helps to make that possible. So we are using the squats, and by using the birth ball to comfort the pregnant woman, it also encourages and strengthens the intensity of contractions, because as we know, before two phases of labor will be. In first phase only light contractions will start, then in second phase the baby starts to move, but these encouragement and strengthens the intensity of the contraction, because as we see, when we come for childbirth, these two phases are very important in a child, like a delivery. If these two phases are prolonged, it may go to baby fetus distress, it may go to stillbirth. Stillbirth is nothing but immediate, baby will come out by dying, dead baby, dead newborn, or the distress is nothing but respiratory infection, irregular respiratory functioning, or the mother may go into complications like hypotension, because for longer duration sleeping in a supine position is not advised for pregnant women. So because of these reason only, if the delivery goes for prolonged, complications will occur, because like in last classes also we discussed, right? Usually doctors will advise to sleep on a left side only. Why? Because one thing, in right and back of the uterus, the inferior vena cava, which circulates the blood circulation to a heart, will be connected. If we have a pressure on that vena cava, the blood circulation will be hampered to a heart and the mother will go to hypotension. Blood pressure will be decreased. So because of this reason, why these all complications will happen? Due to prolonged labor pain, right? So to avoid those, to make the woman to deliver in an easy way, we are advising her to do squats. While relieving back pressure in the case of reduced need of episiotomy, it actually helps relax and stretch the pelvic floor muscles. What is this episiotomy? Actually, in next class, like tomorrow's class, physiology of the childbirth, I'll explain. Briefly, episiotomy is nothing but using external instrument to take the baby out. As I discussed, if it goes to prolonged labor, they will feel like they will get into complications, both fetus and pregnant women. So to avoid those, what the uh, nurses or gynecologists will do, they will take a cut to a vagina and they will move the baby out. So by doing the squats in last trimester, even this using of episiotomy will be avoided. Squatting practiced during pregnancy helps strengthening the legs for squatting during birth. Actually, squatting is nothing but one thing is moving up and down, but in during labor, if you have delivered, you will get to know, right? In delivery, what will happen? Like they will make us to lie down and they will move our thighs upwards, right? In unilateral position, like thigh up position, they will make us to sleep. So for some women, what will happen? By lying in a lithotomy position, and that position is known as lithotomy position. By lying in a lithotomy position and pressuring or the pushing the baby out due to our pressure, some women will start to shiver their thighs due to low pressure or due to stress. So that will be avoided by doing squats in third trimester. What we all discussed, that like in 6 points, they give benefits of squatting by using ball. That is, shortens the second stage of birth labor, decreases the need of forceps or vacuum deliveries, reduces the need of episiotomy, shortens the depth of your birth canal, works with gravity, increases pelvic diameter. So these all beneficial we will get by using birth ball and doing the squats in last trimester. And these are nothing but blocks. Why we should use blocks and how it will be helpful has shown in the pictures. These all other asanas, right? Though we all these asanas we are not using in a pregnancies, some we will advise, right? Like sitting in a seated forward bend, we will use, and some child like as they show balasana we will use. In last trimester we can use the ball, and in first trimester we can use the blocks instead of ball to use the balasana, right? Not only for child pose, any other like stretching poses if we are advising, or any other yogasanas we are advising, by using these blocks. And even we can use these blocks in birth ball also, by using birth ball. As we saw, she was sitting on a birth ball, instead of keeping her legs on down, she can use this like blocks to keep her legs also, so that she will be very comfortable to sit. And how to use strap? Again, these all asanas obviously we are not advising in pregnancy, but just I added to show how the straps will be used. In this, actually the straps will be very helpful in warrior 1 and 2 poses in pregnancy, as we are advising. Like warrior 2 pose has stretches they will do. To do this stretch, to feel comfortable, they can use these straps, and even by using chair also they can do that. And these are nothing but blocksters or blasters. Blasters are used as we got to know, like other asanas or in butterfly pose we saw, to help her back. Instead of sitting straight, she can't do the activities. So to support her back, we are using blasters. In this case, she is using blasters to do shavasana. Nothing but like in the yoga poses we like we saw, sleeping in a long supine position without any movements, fully relaxed, she will be sleeping, right? So that is nothing but shavasana. As we already discussed, the pregnant woman can't or should not lie down on a supine position, flat position, for longer duration, that is more than 10 minutes. She should not lie down in a supine position, because this whatever the pressure of the fetus will be, that pressure will be on her inferior vena cava, and that will not give blood circulation to fetus as well as the mother. So the fetus may go into distress and the mother may go into hypotension. So to avoid this, they will advise not to lie down in a supine position. So, but instead of that, she should do shavasana, like she should do the asanas, right? So she can use the blasters and she can do shavasana. And how to use blankets. Already, as we saw the other yogas or asanas which we are advising in according to trimester, instead of sitting on a plain instead of lying on a plain floor and doing the asanas or stretches, she can use these blankets to make her comfortable. And also other main thing is when she sit or when she do these stretches without the support of blankets, she may have increased back pain. So especially to support her back or buttocks, she should use blankets. Again, this one is already has I showed strap only, like prenatal yoga, like stretching the up neck or upper body. How she can use these straps to do yogasanas. So these were about the instruments used yogas or asanas. How we should advise for a pregnant woman. Now coming to next point, breathing techniques, that is pranayama. Why these breathing techniques are added here? Because again, last trimester, she can't sit on floor comfortably. She can't sit like straight, as we discussed, right? So instead of sitting on a floor, she can sit on a birth ball or on a chair by using the support of a blocks on to the leg, and she can do. And to sit straight, she can't sit straight, so she can use the blasters. And why we should do, obviously we all discussed in earlier classes only, like to relax her mind and to balance the hormonal imbalances. And especially why this like balls and these things are used technically. Diaphragmatic breathing, use the ball chair for posture, has already I discussed. And alternative nostril breathing, nothing but pranayama with props for support. Why we should like especially the advised ball, because as we know in last trimester her baby bump will be more, and in 8th month nearer to delivery the cephalic presentation of a baby will be present. The fetus head will be fixed to a pelvic, so the fetus legs will be pushing her diaphragm, so she can't breathe. There will be difficulty in breathing. So instead of sitting on a floor, if she is sitting on a birth ball, she will be comfortable. And obviously benefits, reduces stress and promotes the relaxation. So now we got to know, instead of like prenatal yoga asanas, by using external instruments, how we should do, how we should advise, and which all asanas or which all instruments we can use, right? But in every aspect, especially in pregnant women, there should be a safety tips. Why? Because yeah, by sitting here in a Zoom meeting or by sitting here in a YouTube videos, I can explain, do that, do this. But without the instructor or without the yoga teacher, if they are doing, or without the experienced person, if they are doing, if they do a bit mistake, it will be very huge effect on their health, even on their health and their fetus health, because they are not one. They are two lives living in one body. So we should be very safe while advising these all yogas, asanas to a pregnant woman, one thing, and strictly advise them not to do by using any videos or by seeing any classes. Strictly advise them to do this with yoga instructors only, or any experienced person who is already experienced in yogas, asanas. Because of this reason only we are doing the prenatal yoga classes, and because of that reason you all are attending the prenatal yoga classes and the learning the techniques, right? So strictly advise your clients not to do in home. They should take your strict advice, then only they can do all this. And coming for a asanas or yogas, has in every class I am saying, though we know this child pose should be made for 15 seconds or 30 seconds. It's not compulsory for everyone. Who can do, they can do. But especially in pregnancy, if the woman is feeling discomfort, if she is doing your child pose now, instead of 30 seconds, if she is feeling discomfort in 10 seconds only, she can stop. Nothing to worry. Later, as days goes on, as she get experienced, she can extend the time. But it's not compulsory. At first setting only she should do for 30 seconds. And avoid overstretching. Usually, like women's or any others, like people, what they will be having in mind. Now, if we say you should do this for 30 seconds, they will feel like, instead of 30 seconds, if I do for 50 seconds, 60 seconds, I may get more result. They will feel, right? Usually, our mind will be like that. But it's not true. Overstretching also may get cramps for their body. So advise not to overstretch. Use props for balance and support. For this reason, they gave the different size of birth balls because of their balance and support. If they miss their balance, again there will be a risk of injuries to their baby pump and even for other parts of the body also. Consult with the healthcare provider before starting. As I said, stay hydrated and listen to your body. This is the point. Actually, whatever they are doing, initial tip is they should be hydrated. And another thing, they should listen to their body. It's not compulsory that if they advise, they should do that much only. Yeah, ma'am.